Right, it's been anything but easy, anything but smooth sailing and comfortable games, and there's a lot of Call of Duty we played. Again, to reiterate, you win this, you play Optic Gaming in losers round 2. Doesn't get much easier.
And that would be for top 8.
Yes, it would.
You lose this, you're top 10. You lose the match after this, you're top 8. And it doesn't really get easier after Optic Gaming either. Whatever players or whatever teams start getting slotted down in the losers bracket, they're all terrifying.
At that point, you're looking at whoever loses out of E United and Gen G. That would be your next.
Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
Because it's like both of those teams have looked scorching hot. I mean, I only saw the first 2 maps from the E United Reciprocity, but they beat them 250, 125. Gen G, I mean, slight work of Splice.
That was ugly. It really was. Much love to Waldo, our observer here on Bravo. Doing a great job throughout this series. It's 100 Thieves, a map away now from closing things out. Pressing forward. A date with Destiny. We thought it would be a winner semi. It might be losers round 2. And you could still have the same match. Optic Gaming versus 100 Thieves. I'm sure it's one that the fans want to see. Unless, of course, you're an EG fan. In which case, gotta win this Hacienda and force that game 5. And very much where they kind of left off on Hacienda Hardpoint. A good opening start.
It's been fairly consistent again. First, still not as dominant as we've seen before, but you still get a very small lead, but more importantly, you hold the rotation for next. So EG, I mean, they flip spawns, get a little bit of time, so they're feeling a little bit comfortable, but it still comes down to gunfights, 100 Thieves, a couple players surging through the water. I think that might be 2 or 3 by my count. The stun comes in to slow Kenny down, but his teammates have picked up the kills, and you think he might be bait, but Exotic attaching the feed are able to find a few, and EG, well, mildly able to stabilize. They still got to deal with Slasher.
Still lurking around as Exotic does fall. Kenny with a double. The one player to play close attention to on the side of EG this map has to be good. We saw yesterday his decision making was flawless throughout of when to push scrap, when to rotate, and won them the map by pushing scrap time. Really an influential player inside of EG. About to take the lead. Or are they? Exotic. Surely now they will. Kenny responds with a double of his own. So scrap's good for 100 Thieves. They will take the lead, but the rotation is on. It's a foot race, essentially. 100 Thieves will have the favorable back spawns, but EG will have the early time.
It's a very scrappy game as well. Scrappy on the first hill, second hill scrappy. EG get there first. Eventually 100 Thieves just overpower and break their way through. And now it's a foot race to the next hill, and it's just players' body stacks on either side. Contest time's coming in. Kenny looking for an opening, and he's doing a ton of damage, but he can't find a kill. Maybe give his teammates a little bit of clearance to move inside. Enable, though, very nice read on the player jumping up through mid, and he is 30 off his streaks, which, by the looks of it, he's assuredly going to get as long as his teammates protect him.
Team shots come through. App falls. There's the lightning. 5 for the Hellstorm. Gonna be challenged. Not gonna get the Hellstorm. Lightning itself be massive. G continuing the fight here on P3. They want every second they can get, and they're gonna need it, knowing that Enable has that lightning strike.
Just another scrappy hill. And I mean, talk about EG is going to be the first one potentially. I mean, they got one body in the new hill, so maybe not win the rotation, but maybe you have enough pressure, especially if Apathy wins this gunfight, which he does connect with, to maybe force that lightning strike out early. You get Apathy near the hill, you get players inside, and Apathy maybe playing just far enough away, potentially expecting the lightning strike to come in. Instead, well, he just loses a long-range gunfight.
Yeah, no streak needed for 100 Thieves. They just win the gunfights and push straight on towards the hill, but the pinch comes through. EG keeping it contest heavy, keeping it back and forth. Another pinch for 100 Thieves. Exotic escapes and he didn't land a bullet on that fight. It was an awkward one, sure. Accuracy with a double. Another awkward gunfight in the hill. Exotic shuts him down, though. It was Priester that fell. EG stabilized. Big 20 seconds here, Chance.
Yeah, just again, another scrappy hill where EG, I mean, they're getting the advantage. It is a very small one at that, but they'll take it. Of course, you talk about Specialist, Priest getting near his grassland. Exotic already has his Tempest, but otherwise just a small lead for EG.
Feels very similar to MAP4. Very similar. Small leads, a lot of lead changes back and forth. All MAP4 came down to was the decision making at the very end of whether to push some scrap time or whether to rotate towards P1 and what specialists were still available. It was, of course, Octane with the Tempest, which was able to really aid 100 Thieves in closing out the Arsenal hardpoint. 100 Thieves with 40 seconds left on the first hill, because we may see another lead change come through.
And you got Priest thinking about some score streaks as well. He's on a 5 spree, just trying to add to the arsenal that Enable has already built up for himself on the year. I mean, I really think for 100 Thieves, it has just been score streaks have been the biggest factor in their respawn success. So any more that they're able to get is going to be massive. 275 away, gets chopped down, so it's still Enable, the lone man with the lightning. But the first hill has gone through, and you got 3 players in the back for the rotation for this second hill.
Problem is, you know how influential a lightning strike can be. You can use it really on any of the hills borderline successfully. If you're late to rotation P2, you can use it to force players inside. Obviously, Fence's hill, it can be very effective. Even P4 Rock Hill, will use it. 100 Thieves fighting back. 50 seconds left of Lambo as the new hill pops. EG takes control. Once again, they can build themselves a lead.
Of course, EG, talking about taking control. Well, it lasts for just a couple seconds.
Right.
I mean, 100 Thieves, they did a fantastic job of breaking the hill the first time around. And, well, this time it's even easier because it's not really a break. It's more stabilizing what they can. I will say it's been a halfway decent ICR battle from one side of the table. Accuracy's got 19 kills. And on the flip side, Priest is just having a field day.
War Machine out. Team kill comes through. Accuracy also falls, though, as EG through the front door. 15 seconds left. It was the punch shot that time. Apathy was traded out. 11 seconds left. One player's already rotated. Number 8 on the minimap. That's Exotic. He has a couple of key fights. Realistically, you're looking at him to just find one, which he's unable to do so. Accuracy's at the back of the map, and Vision Pulse is out. Bear that in mind. It might slow 100 Thieves down just a little bit.
Just a little bit. They're already get inside the hill, and they're actually going to pair it with the Tempest. Should have done this maybe a couple maps ago, but either way, if it works now, it's even better. Kenny just going to get obliterated. Nice shots coming out from Exotic. And Octane, well, he tries, and he fails.
It's worth mentioning. You down a player who was the other side of a head glitch, you shoot the same head glitch, you get the kill with the Tempest. Well, it's always safe as Graph Slam comes through. Priesto with 2. Thieves break into the hill. 24 seconds. You really could not have scripted this better. Back and forth, once again in the hard point.
EG, I mean, they're fighting for the scrap as well. They still have 3 players, or actually, that might be 4 hours on the mini-map who aren't really rotating. They just wanted to get those final seconds to scrap, and they'll have just past a 30-point lead. And it's going to be attached to the lone man with the War Machine, thinking about maybe using that to break into the hill.
Of course, no streaks available. And in terms of specialists, attached with a War Machine, J-Cap's about to get his tag 5. On the flip side, Octane Tempest. Enable so close to the Vision Pulse. EG again breakthrough, can slash her own streaks. Honestly, it can seal the fate of EG here in Miami. Exotic will also drop theirs 2 for Slasher. Of course, it would be Slasher, the guy who really has led the charge for 100 Thieves throughout this series. A kill would do, but the pressure's coming. He feels it, and he's just going to back away.
Back away and just wants to bait his teammates out. Of course, the other side, they have a little bit of TAC 5 help as well. Most of them are going to get cleaned up, though, and Slasher, well, gets the help, finds the first kill, but he cannot connect with the Hellstorm. So a couple streaks coming in for 100 Thieves, but only 2.
I'm telling you, it's deja vu. It's deja vu from map 1. It's looking so similar. It was Octane, if you remember, who was the only player with a specialist. He had that Tempest and he made the play. Apathy, though, is dangerously close to a Grab Slam. Really, the big difference is EG have about a 30-point lead now here in the Hacienda Hardpoint. Plenty of time to go. 100 Thieves do not want to see this go to a game 5. You have to close this out here. If not, just for their own health and everything else, the stress levels through the roof. Again, the scrap time looking good for EG. They're going to put themselves about 200 points. And more importantly, they have the rock rotation as well to Lambo. This is a big fight for Exotic. He wants to try and take it, but Slasher keeps his distance and wins the fight himself.
Yeah, Exotic is a wild man for that challenge, but you got a rotation coming in. Number 4, he has been able to get all the way around back, and that's Octane. He's got the Tempest if he wants it, but does he even need it? finds the first with the ICR, spots J-Cap up top, and now he's watching the left. So EG, not a great rotation over towards second. And now, of course, Slasher, I mean, not a terrible hill. I mean, you can use it if you know the players are pushing up the left side, but if not the lightning, it's going to be the vision, and Abel calls it in.
Yeah, you want to save that lightning for maybe the fences hill, considering how comfortable that looks, but no, it's used here. 35 seconds, Grav Slam used, App shuts down Slasher. EG, they won this time, but they're losing all of the fights. 100 Thieves fighting back into this game 4.
And just don't overcommit. If you're EG, just don't overcommit. You burn the lightning, you burn the vision pulse, you get a ton of stuff out of the way. And now you just got to make sure you win the rotation, but they fight for the scrap time and they connect for it. And honestly, that might not be that bad. Yes, it's a commitment. Yes, 100 Thieves gets to the next hill early, but they're going to be, what, a little less than 20 points away from winning the game. And 100 Thieves, they need a ton of time on the next 2 hills.
And this has been EG's key to success, really, is fighting for scrap time consistently and winning those fights consistently. Now 100 Thieves, you're looking at basically flawless play, and that's not a good start. 2 players full. Attach has the support of his teammate. Hill broken. Now you need less than 20 points for EG to force a game 5 against the back-to-back champs. 100 Thieves, it's getting to that point where it's getting chaotic, it's getting a little sloppy. Players just giving away their lives. Octane doing his best, though, to buy time. It forces apathy away. No one top corridor. 3 players from 100 Thieves now pushing out offenses. They break through, but for how long can they hold?
I mean, they just got to contest at the very least, but then apathy comes soaring in. He gets streaks. That doesn't make a difference. You don't need the gun. You can just call it in, but 250 on the board. EG take it to 100 Thieves on a Hacienda. It took a round 11 clutch from Attach and Apathy to help make this happen, to get this series this far. They see the map 4, and that just gets them to that final map 5.
Today
It's been wild.
bonkers. Absolutely bonkers so far. EG, 100